Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today is a dreary, dark, rainy day here in California, and I thought what better thing to do than to try to declutter my closet. I think this is a great way to open up space in your closet, to reorganize, and to make room for items that you appreciate and love and wear constantly. Decluttering really helps you to get rid of those items that are causing chaos in your closet and creating that feeling of not knowing what to wear because all you see are items that you dislike. So this is a great way to get rid of those items, either selling them or donating them, and making space in there for the items that you do appreciate and love and wear constantly, and that would make your life so much easier to get dressed in the morning. So I'll share some tips and tricks of the best way to declutter, and these are just suggestions. You don't have to follow all these rules. Find what works best for you, and let's get started. But first, if you are new here, hello, my name is Maria, and I make videos about fashion with an emphasis on sophisticated and classic style and a little bit of trendiness thrown in there as well. So if you like these types of videos and this type of content, please consider subscribing and we can keep in touch. And also, as you're watching this video, if you are enjoying it, don't forget to hit that like button. And I do have a question of the day for you, so please comment below if you shop at Zara. I want you to just put a yes or a no down in the comments and put your age. So yes or no and your age. I would love to see what the results of this poll are. And yeah, so let's get started on decluttering my closet. Alright, so I think this decluttering process is going to be fairly quick and easy for me because I have actually moved 3 times in the last 2 years, and each time I moved I did purge some of my wardrobe. So you'll see in the closet it is not a lot of things at all. I mean, I've watched tons of decluttering videos and people are piling their beds sky high with tons and tons of things, and you'll see that I just don't have that. But by no means am I a minimalist. I just have not shopped that much lately in several years, and I just don't accumulate clothing maybe the way other women do. So I just don't have that many things. But what I do have, I know there are some items there that I just don't reach for, just things that I know I just don't need to have anymore. Here are some quick tips to keep in mind as you go through your things. Number 1, you want to keep the items that you absolutely love, that you gravitate to constantly. They're in your weekly rotation of clothing, and you are so overjoyed when you put them on. You love them, you love the way they make you feel, they fit you great. They are very versatile pieces that fit into your wardrobe. You can mix and match them with so many other items in your closet, and they are just go-to items that you would definitely identify with your personal signature style. So those are the keeps. If you are unsure of an item, you'll want to question yourself, how does this item make you feel? Do you feel comfortable in it? Do you feel confident in it? Is it the right size? Does it fit you well? Is it tailored to your body? Do you feel self-conscious in this item? Perhaps it is too short or too revealing or too tight on you, and it is just not something that you can walk with confidence wearing. So these things are definitely something you have to consider when you are looking at your maybes. You also need to identify redundancies in your closet. Do you have multiples of an item, but you tend to gravitate more to 2 of those items instead of the other 3 that you might have? So that is somewhere that you can possibly declutter. If you are gravitating to pieces that you love and have similar items that you're just not that crazy about, those items might be a good consideration for decluttering. Another thing to look for when you are decluttering is that item overly worn? Has it seen better days? Have you just worn it to death and you've stuck it in the back of your closet because it is just a little too worn out? Maybe the fabric is thinning out from overwashing, or you have a stain on it, or buttons are falling off, or a hole in it or something like that. If it's anything that's unrepairable or unwashable, unfixable, those are definitely items that you should consider getting rid of. Another question to consider is, Does this item have versatility in your closet? Can you wear it with multiple other items? Is it fitting in with your color palette? Do you have a color palette, or are you just all over the place? Decluttering can also help you figure out a little bit of a signature style. By looking at the pieces that you absolutely love, you can determine the color and the silhouettes that you enjoy and that you gravitate to, and find out if those maybes fit within that parameter. And if they don't, then they're considered a possible decluttered item. Another question to ask yourself is, if you saw this item in the store right now, would you buy it again? Is it something that you could be in love with, and maybe it was just stuck in the back of your closet and you completely forgot, but you loved it and you have just completely forgotten about it because your closet was so full of other items that you just couldn't get to it? So ask yourself, am I just not wearing this because I completely forgot about it and I love it and I miss it and I want to incorporate it back into my wardrobe? Then yes, that item is definitely one that you should hang on to and give it another try. So I think the decluttering process should be very mindful and intentional. I don't think that you should declutter just for the sake of decluttering and getting rid of things. I don't agree with throwing things out right away. If it is an absolute no, then either sell it or donate it or get it recycled in some sort of way. But I think if things are in the maybe pile, that you should maybe just store them away, keep a list of what you have stored. And if you feel that you might have a desire to reach for that item in the future, whether it's 3 months, 6 months down the road, then you know that you still have it and you don't feel the need to go back out and replace that item. So I really do think that maybes should kind of be held on for just a little bit longer if you are really on the fence about getting rid of them. All right, let's get to decluttering. Let's get everything onto the bed. Now, I know Marie Kondo suggests that you put everything in piles as far as grouping things by all your shirts and all your bottoms and that sort of thing. But because I don't have that many items, I think I can get away with just doing it all at once. So I don't know, we'll see. Famous last words maybe. Let's see how that goes. So I'm gonna get everything out right now. All right, so here is my closet. And get the light on, okay. As you can see, it is quite small. I can't even barely open the door. And this is my section. This is my husband's section. This is my section. So starting at the top, I have a bunch of sweaters, all unfolded and unkept. I'm sorry about that. And here are all my hanging clothes. And this is basically it. The rack that you see here, that's it. I really don't have that much. Down here I have a lot of bathing suits and bikinis because I am a pool goddess and I love to sunbathe. I do wear a lot of protection though, of course, but I just love the feeling of the sun on me. So I have a lot of those. These are all my jeans. Need to definitely take care of this. I don't think I'm going to be doing this in this episode. I'll do something separate on those because I do want to try them all on again. I've really geared myself towards high-rise lately, and I would like to try them all on again and just see how they fit because I think I can get rid of a lot of them. And back here I have a collection of all my purses and shoes. More shoes than purses, of course. I'm going to declutter my shoes in a separate episode, so be on the lookout for that. And here are more shoes here. Down here I have my jackets and coats and stuff. Not really coats, but more so jackets. I hardly use those, but we'll go through those today as well. And that's it. That is my closet. Very teeny tiny. Now this pile here I had already pre-decluttered, but I have not gotten rid of it yet, so I'm kind of holding on to it. I'm going to go through them again one more time and see if for sure these are definitely a no, but I'm pretty sure they are. Okay, so I just have my jeans and my jackets left in there, and I'll probably do the jackets at the very end. and I'm gonna save the jeans for another day. But yeah, let's get started on this. So what you'll do is you'll take one piece at a time and determine if this is a definite yes, and if it's a maybe, then ask yourself those questions that I just mentioned a little earlier. So yeah, let's get started. Get into it one piece at a time and see what happens. I do also have a dresser full of items. That is my socks, underwear, bras, loungewear, like just for around the house, and my PJs and my workout wear, and also some tank tops and that sort of thing. I'm not going to declutter that today. I think I've already kind of gone through it fairly recently, and these items are all things I wear all the time, so I think I'm probably in good shape there, maybe except for my workout wear, but I digress. We'll do that another time. So, all right, let's start here. I'm not by any means going to go through every single item here. Don't worry, I don't want this video to be hours long. I'm just going to go through a few items here and there and kind of discuss why or why not I'm keeping them, just to help you have a better understanding of when you go to declutter and how you can approach each item yourself. So this first dress is a turtleneck. I got it at ASOS last year, and I have actually not worn it yet this season. Actually, I think I did wear it once, but I do enjoy this a lot. It is a great length for me. I'm really trying to stay away from anything that is super mini, but if it falls just above the knee or close to it, I'm very happy to wear it. I love that it has a belt, but you can also change it out for your own type of belt, and I love cinching things. So this is definitely a keeper. Let's see, this item here, this is from Kenzie. This is like a long sweater cardigan thing. I've had this for a couple of years now, and I do enjoy it. I love it. It is rather boho, and I am trying to get away from the boho style, but I do love this nonetheless, and I think I'm going to hold on to it just a little bit longer. And let's see. Okay, this is a Calvin Klein dress. It has a mock neck, and it is not really, I mean, it's not really fitted, but it does have a nice like slinky feeling to it. I'm not that crazy about the material. That's another thing I'm trying to get away from, is gravitating towards more natural fibers. Anything that's polyester, you'll probably see me get rid of it. This is a rayon, 95% rayon. So, I mean, at least it's not polyester, but I do like the way this fits. Again, I can cinch it or leave it to go long, and I do love this type of mock neck here. I think it's very flattering for my shape and accentuates my broad shoulders. So I do like that. I'm definitely going to keep that. Everybody needs a little black dress in their wardrobe, so this is mine, I guess. Yeah, this is probably my little black dress. Let's go here. Let's try some sweaters. This sweater I got at ASOS last year, and I can tell you right away, I bet you this is a fiber that I'm not crazy about. So I think I'm definitely going to, yeah, this is polyester and acrylic. So I was never crazy about this fabric. I think it's a little too boxy for me, and I don't really like the silhouette that it is, but I think it's in fairly good condition. I've only worn it a handful of times, and I think it would be good to try to sell it. So this is gonna definitely go in the sell pile. I purchased these from River Island last year. They are extremely tight. I really would have benefited from going up a size on these, but I kept them because I felt like I could still button them. So, but they are really just unbreathable, uncomfortable. And that's one of the points I was making earlier in the video. If an item just doesn't make you feel comfortable or confident and it doesn't fit you, it's okay to declutter it. You don't want to feel defeated by an item just because it doesn't fit. This is one of those cases where it just barely fit me to begin with, and I put it on and then I take it off because I feel like it is just way overly tight and uncomfortable. Moving to another sweater. Now let's see. So this I got at And Other Stories last year. It is kind of a little bit of a Isabel Marant style from last year, with these very like boxy kind of shoulders like this. And I wore this a few times, but honestly I felt like I have broad enough shoulders already. I don't need to accentuate them further with these big like square shoulder things. So I just don't think this is a good fit for me. Here is an item that I've had for several years now. I used to wear it when I had a little bit more of a corporate job. I've hung on to it because I love the color. Absolutely hate the material. This is 100% polyester. It is really just blah. I just don't like it. I think it's just a material that I don't want to wear anymore. I just don't. Here is another item that I purchased quite a few years ago. It is a very bold black and white pattern, and when I put it on I feel like it completely takes over me. So you're seeing this pattern and you're not seeing me. So when something like that is really overwhelming, as far as being a little too bold for you or anything like that, take that into consideration when you're trying to declutter, because this was just an item that I felt like the pattern was wearing me. Just not a good fit for me, and also the material is not that great to begin with. Here is a really bright green sweater, and I know some neons are coming back in for the spring, but I've also tried to narrow down my signature style into a certain color palette, and that involves a lot of neutrals, of course, black, white, gray, neutral colors as far as the beiges and the light tones, cream colors, ivories, whites, that sort of thing. And also having a pop of pink, whether it's a pale pastel pink or a bright bubblegum pink, like this sweater here. And this green just does not fit into that color palette anymore. If I were to hang on to this, I'd find that it is not a versatile piece in my closet. I cannot wear this with multiple things unless of course it's just black or white. It is also a very cool color, and I tend to be a little bit more in the warm family as far as the types of colors that I gravitate to. So this is just not a good fit for me anymore. It doesn't suit my signature style, my personality. This is an adorable, gorgeous piece that I've had from Diane von Furstenberg. It's probably 10 years old at least, and it is a gorgeous item. It has a slit in the back here like this. I love to layer this under something. I honestly have not worn this in quite some time, but it is 95% silk, so it is a really lovely item. And again, I think I'm going to try to reintroduce this into my wardrobe because I do think it's stunning. Actually, there looks like there's a little stain here, which I have not noticed. So I think I'm going to try to get this dry cleaned, and if that does not come out, then unfortunately this has to go. Right, I have a bunch of these dresses from Free People that I have had for a few years now. They're almost brand new. I think I've maybe worn them a handful of times between the three of them, and they're really just not my style anymore. I used to kind of really gravitate to the boho style, but I'm really trying to go more for a more streamlined, tailored, structured appearance now. Something a little bit more crisp and clean and sophisticated and stylish, chic stylish. So this just does not fit with my signature style anymore, but these are definitely all sellable, so they're gonna go. Okay, so this dress was hidden in the back of the closet. I completely forgot about it. In some cases, some maybes, you would benefit from trying it on again. and refamiliarizing yourself with the way it fits you and how you feel in it, because in some cases you might have just completely forgotten about the item. So I think I'm going to try this on and see how it fits. It is from off Saks Fifth Avenue. I used to love this. I'll see if it is still something that I would enjoy. It is 80% polyester, however, so we'll have to see, but I think I'm going to just try this on and make a decision at that point. So this is going to go in the maybe pile down here. So this is a Free People dress. I remember wearing this to death. I can see it is definitely worn, although it did already have this kind of texture to it when I first purchased it, but I know I have worn it to death, and I'll have to try it on again because I'm not really into blue anymore unless it's just blue jeans. I don't really like blue items anymore, but I do remember enjoying it, so maybe I'm just going to throw it in the maybe pile and make a decision on that. This is a white button down. This is 100% rayon, and I just bought a cotton one from Zara that I absolutely love, so I'm not quite sure if I really should hang on to this. It also has some makeup stains here. It needs a good washing. If that doesn't come out, I will most likely get rid of it. So this item I am on the fence about because it is 100% viscose. I bought it at And Other Stories last year, and it really checked off those boxes of the plaid and sleeve detail that were very trendy and continue to still be trendy. And why is there makeup on here too? Geez, everything I have is stained with makeup. I'm gonna have to try to wash this out and see if it comes out, but I think I will try to hang on to this for the next season or so, and you know, it fulfills a trend, so I'm going to definitely kind of just hang on to it and wash it. I gotta wash it. So here is a dress that I have had for many, many years now. Probably 7 or 8 years. It is a Marc Jacobs. It's a gorgeous white dress. It has a little zip here and a little frilly detail at the bottom, ruffly detail. And it is just lovely. And I've always loved it. I don't think I've worn it in a couple of years. And I think I've literally just been hanging on to it because of the Marc Jacobs name on it. And that's another thing to question yourself is, are you keeping this item just for the sake of keeping it? Does it have sentimental value? Is it because it's a designer label? Is it because you spent a lot of money on it? These things do have to be taken into consideration when you decide to keep or get rid of an item, but it shouldn't be the deciding factor. Again, go back to those other points I made of, does this fit you? Does it make you feel good? Does it fit in with your wardrobe? Is it an item that you've worn recently this season or within the last year, I should say? And focus on those reasons for keeping it and not for it being a designer label. And that should help you kind of make a decision. This is definitely going to be a try on for me and see if it is something that I can reincorporate into my wardrobe. Otherwise, it would definitely go to somebody else that would enjoy it a lot more than me. A lot of these items like this and a couple of these, all these bottoms that I'm keeping here, I've purchased at recent hauls that I've done for H&M and Zara and Other Stories, so they're all brand new items, so I'm gonna definitely hold on to them. I've been definitely on the fence lately as to whether or not I want to continue going with fast fashion. So that's definitely kind of a little fight I'm having within myself. But that's kind of why I asked that question earlier today as to whether or not you shop at Zara. I just wanted to take a poll and see what the general consensus is out there for women in my age bracket. So hopefully you can answer that down below, and please let me know yes or no and your age if you do shop at Zara. That comment would really help me get an overall picture of what's going on. Well, all right, I have officially finished my declutter process, and this is everything I'm keeping here. But I'm going to go ahead and put all this back in the closet right now. All right, so I've just put everything back. I'll give you a close-up of the closet right now. I mean, the rest of the closet is still a mess, but at least that rack is nice and tidy now. I have color coordinated it. First, I've organized it by type of item, whether it's shirts, bottoms, skirts, and dresses. And then I've color coordinated it within that section. For me, that is a very helpful way as far as trying to find out what I have. A great thing that you can take in mind when you are decluttering is where you have gaps in your wardrobe, where you need to actually get some additional items to help complete your overall wardrobe. And I kind of knew this already, but I know for a fact now that I'm definitely in desperate need of some more tops. I have plenty of bottoms and plenty of dresses, but I have very few tops that I gravitate to, and I definitely want to invest in some new pieces that I can wear. Here is the wonderful pile of items that I will be sorting through as far as trying to figure out what is sellable and what is donatable. This is far more than I expected, and it's going to feel good to be able to give these a new home. And as Marie Kondo says, to thank them for their service. So I do thank them, each and every one, for everything they've done for me in the past, but it is time to say goodbye to these old friends. And I think that is where I will conclude this now. I was not able to get to my jackets. I'll save that for another video perhaps. I really do hope that you find this helpful and enjoyable, and I hope you stuck with me until the end here. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it. It really does help my small channel to be seen by other viewers like you that enjoy this type of content. Again, don't forget to answer my question below and leave a comment as to any other questions or information that you might have regarding this decluttering process, any tips. I would love for us to all share our information and get to know each other better down below in the comments. I do love talking to all of you. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this. And I thank you again so much for watching. I'll see you very soon in the next video. Bye-bye.